Have you ever stopped and looked around at your life and thought, whose life am I even living? Inside of today's episode, we're talking about what it takes to rewrite the script, for you to take back control of your own life, of your own story, and start creating the life that you want, chapter by chapter. So if it's time for you to do some healing, to do some deep thinking, to really get clear on what you want, who you truly are, and what you want tomorrow to be, and not be held back by the limiting beliefs that have been instilled in you, or the dreams that you have been told that you should be dreaming, or the things that you've been led to believe are important, and you've been letting that lead your life. Well, today, my friend, it's all about you and what you want and what you desire, because you are indeed the author of your own story. So today is the day that you take back control. Welcome, my friend, to episode 388 of Grit, Grace, and Inspiration. I'm your host, Kevin Lowe, a guy who did exactly what I'm talking about, a guy who turned a story of becoming blind into a story of empowerment. I turned my disability into my superpower, and that's what I'm here to do for you today. So, my friend, I'm excited you're here. Let's go ahead and dive in to today's episode.
I got grit, grace, and inspiration on my mind. No matter the storms that rise, I won't be left behind. I'm stepping out in faith, cause I'm perfectly designed. I got grit, grace, and inspiration on my mind.
So, my friend, let's get real. Most people are not living a life that they chose, but rather are living a life that they inherited. Does that sound like you? Are you living the life? Are you in the career? Are you in the life trajectory that you wanted? Or is it one that maybe was dictated by outside factors? Because so many times we have these beliefs, these ideas of what our lives are supposed to be passed down by generation to generation. Generational trauma, generational expectations. It's passed down like old furniture. Stuff that we really didn't want, but, well, it's been in the family forever, so we feel like we just have to take it. Well, my friend, today is the day that I want you to understand that that is not how you have to live your life. Now, the entire reason that I'm talking about today's topic is, well, because I was inspired by Mathew Blades. If you caught Matthew's interview, that was inside of our previous episode, so that would have been episode 387, you'll understand that Mathew Blades, he was in a extremely successful career. In the prime light, he was living the life, and yet inside, he was dying inside. He needed to do something different. He needed to make big changes for himself, for his family, for generations to come. And his interview was so powerful that I wanted to be sure that you captured the essence of it. This idea that you could take what he did in his life and do it in your life. Now, before we get into the step-by-step process that makes up today's episode, I want to ask you a simple question. When the week starts over on Monday morning, do you dread it? Do you already start having nightmares about it come Sunday morning, thinking about the dreaded alarm clock that will be going off Monday morning? Well, my friend, if so, you are not alone. Please know that. And that is exactly why I decided to help you out. And that is, in addition to this twice-a-week podcast, I also produce a weekly Monday morning pick-me-up. It's called Where Grit Meets Grace, the official newsletter for the podcast. So if you could ever just love the idea of waking up on Monday morning and having something that can inspire you, can immediately resonate with you, can give you that little boost of encouragement you needed, well, my friend, it's all available with my newsletter called Where Grit Meets Grace. To sign up for this free newsletter, all you have to do is click the link at the top of today's show notes, or simply head on over to wheregritmeetsgrace.com. Again, that is wheregritmeetsgrace.com, and get signed up for my weekly Monday morning newsletter. It's my way of helping you kick the week off on a positive note. Okay, so back to our topic about this idea of rewriting your story, of you taking back control. If Mathew Blades could do it, then my friend, I believe you can do it as well. And the same thing is true for myself. If I could do it, if I could take a disability and figure out how to turn it into my superpower, then my friend, I believe you can do it in your life. Now, I understand your situation, your scenario is probably far different than mine or Matthew's or any other person. But you know what? That's what makes you amazing. And that's what makes life amazing, is that we're all different. We're all unique. We all have our own unique stories, our own gifts, our own set of issues to deal with. But my friend, there's no one better equipped to handle it than you. And so here is a 3-step framework that I hope is going to get you started on the right foot. And it's comprised of 3 simple yet powerful questions I want you to reflect upon. The first question I want you to ask yourself, what is the old story that I'm still holding on to? For Mathew Blades, he was a radio personality, a broadcaster. And that's what he did. That's what he'd always done. And that's what he would always do. For myself, I became blind. Everything I loved disappeared. What else was there to even live for? For you, I ask you, what is the old story that you're holding on to? What is that old belief that is leading the way that is time to let go of, to turn the page on? Step 2 is I want you to question that story. I want you to question that old story that's been leading your life. So I want you to ask yourself, is this true? Is this actual fact? Or is it just a belief I'm holding on to? Because Mathew Blades, he finally realized that success wasn't really success if it was costing him his soul. For me, I realized my blindness, it didn't end my life. Instead, it fueled my purpose. So I wonder for you, what is the realization you're waiting to uncover? What is it that needs to be uncovered so that you can start having the life that you love again? My friend, that's where it comes down to, is you being sure that you get to have a life you love. Each day you wake up, I believe you should have a smile on your face. You should be eager and excited. Now, I'm not going to pretend that that means every day is easy. No, I get it. It is life. But there should be a general sense driving you forward that gets you excited about the day. And if you aren't, well, my friend, I believe it's time that you have to start taking back control and start rewriting the book that makes up your life. Step number 3, what is the new story? What is the new story that you're going to write? If you indeed hold the pen, you're sitting down to write the story. What do you want the story to be? For Mathew Blades, he was the first in his family to choose healing over hiding. He was going to be the transitional figure in his family. He was going to make an impact on himself and his family. For myself, I figured out how I could turn this bad thing that happened to me, and turn it into good by being able to figure out ways in which I could use what I've gone through to be a help to somebody else. Maybe to you here through this podcast. Maybe it's me on stage speaking. Somehow I'm using what I've gone through to be a help to somebody else, flipping the script, rewriting the story, where I am the one who's in control. No longer is this situation, this circumstance, running the show. No, I am. So I ask you, my friend, what is your new story going to say? What is the title of your next chapter? You are the one who gets to make the decisions. You get to design the cover of your book. You are the one who gets to title the next chapter. So please be sure that what you're doing, it lights you up, it excites you. It gets you fired up and excited about life again. To be sure that what I'm talking about hits home, I want to leave you with one last vision in your mind of exactly what I'm talking about today. If you think of your life as a canvas, and across that big white canvas are all these splotches and blotches painted by everybody else. I'm talking about parts of it painted by family members, by culture, by disadvantages, of disabilities, of heartache. But here's the situation, is right now, you're holding the paintbrush and you're standing in front of this canvas. And what you get to choose is you can either start blending together what's already on the page. You can start blending together all those old colors, or you can dip your brush into something new. You have all the paint at your disposal right there, ready for you to just dip your brush in it and start painting your own strokes. Start making your own picture. Now, of course, we can't forget the past. What's happened in our life is part of us. So what's on the canvas, it stays on the canvas. But you get to choose how you recreate it, what you make it into. This is your choice. It's all up to you. This is exactly what Mathew Blades did. It's what I've been doing. And it's exactly what I believe that you can do as well. So my friend, if there is something inside of you that tells you that life isn't over, that you were made for more, that you're supposed to be doing something more, well, my friend, I believe that feeling inside of you, it deserves to be let free. Let today be the inspiration you needed to take the next step. My friend, if there's ever anything I can do for you, please don't hesitate to reach out inside of the show notes on my website, gritgraceinspiration.com. You can find contact information for me. Reach out to me. Do not hesitate to send me an email, podcast@gritgraceinspiration.com. Again, reach out through the show notes or the website. I would love to be able to hear from you. I would love to be able to help you however I can. So again, don't hesitate to reach out. And of course, my friend, if nothing else, if today's episode spoke to you, inspired you, got you fired up, well, my friend, don't let it end with this episode. Take this inspiration and let it fire you up to get moving forward in your life, to start rewriting your story. I'm your host, Kevin Lowe, and my friend, of course, this is another episode of Grit, Grace, and Inspiration.
I will not fear the storm, my hopes well defined. I walk by faith, not by sight. I won't be resigned, rising higher every day. Oh, doubts left behind, 'cause I got grit, grace, and inspiration on my mind.